So guys, you all are welcome to this channel. The recent happenings in Abia now is that Abia vows to recover illegally acquired government lands, following the latest policies on lands and housing matters. The Abia State Governor has vowed to recover the state's government land and property that were illegally acquired or possessed, promising to also comply with all due processes of acquiring land from their owners, including communities. The commissioner noted that the government had already demonstrated this when it acquired the land for Abia Innovation Park and demolished structures to pave the way for the expansion of the Omahia to Osa Road into 6 lanes. So guys, Chukwumeriji asserted that the 30-day period for processing and issuing of land certificates of occupancy, that's C of O, is being implemented. He stated that the policy would impact positively on ease of doing business in the state while removing touting and middlemen that delayed it. So on the introduced recertification of title documents of lands and houses for which the government imposed 50,000 naira fee, the commissioner said that the resulting authentic documents would add value to the land and property, while stressing that the recertification exercise would help deal with previous anomalies in land allocation and acquisition in the state. Chukwumeriji further explained that the periodic exercises is under the Alex Otti's administration's mantra of sustaining the maintenance of transparent lands and property records. According to him, the exercise will also address the situation where people will people with allocation, that's allocation letters, cannot access their allocated lands for development. So I want you to hear what this man has to say. That's the commissioner for lands in Abia State. Just listen to this video and hear what he said. So please, if you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe, like, and also drop a comment below. See you guys in the next video. Stay calm and listen to what the commissioner for lands said on how they are going to recover illegally acquired government lands.
Meanwhile, the Abia State government says the Alex Otti administration has commenced a comprehensive recertification exercise for all land title documents in the state. Speaking to newsmen in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, the Commissioner for Lands and Housing, Honorable Chaka Chukwumeriji, said the recertification exercise is a corrective measure that is meant to clean up the state's land records, avoiding overlaps as well as ensuring a seamless land administration process, adding that it's designed to update plot holders' information, upgrade survey records to universal traverse Mercator standards, verify payment of ground rents, taxes, and other charges.
Basically, the government is cleaning up its land records and taking a decisive step in sorting out the issue of double allocation, the issue of unrealized allocation, the issue of the upgrade of survey data from the local/Nigerian of origin to UTM, which means the accuracy of survey data, so we don't have issues of overlaps in one property over another property. And we are also using the opportunity to recover statutory dues, ground rents that haven't been paid, building leases that have been expired. So the recertification exercise affords the state the opportunity to have a clean slate in terms of its land administration system.
Now to discuss this issue with me is the Honorable Commissioner for Lands and Housing. He's already in the studio. Mr. Chaka Chukwumerije. Good morning, Honorable Commissioner. Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right. And also in the studio is Surveyor KC Abaronye. He's the Surveyor General in Abia State. Good morning, Surveyor. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Good morning for having me too.
All right. Welcome. I think we should just start with the policy on issuance of certificate of occupancy. That was the last time you were on the show, Honorable Commissioner. I recall that that was when you just came up with that policy. You said 30 days, 30 working days, anybody that apply for certificate of occupancy in the state will get it. How has it been? What is the response like from the people?
The response has been good, and as a ministry, we have taken diligent efforts in to keep our word. So it's a policy statement which we're not going back on. It's tied to the ease of doing business. So the process of doing business in Abia, the process of interfacing with the Ministry of Lands and Housing has to be simple and seamless.
Okay, now to the surveyor. Let us look at that policy again. Before one gets certificates of occupancy in the state, what are those things that the person needs to have, first of all? Because there are some land documents today that do not have that CFO. And you know, the CFO has to be issued by the governor himself, I suppose, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what are those things one needs to have before you can even apply for the CFO and you get it in 30 days, just like the commissioner said?
Yeah, you need to have a power of attorney, and inside the power of attorney is supposed to be the survey plan, and you need to have tax clearance and all that. But the survey plan needs to be certified to make sure that it's an acceptable coordinate system before it can be approved for certificate of occupancy.
Who gives the survey plan you're talking about?
Yeah, the survey plan can either be given by government or also by private practicing surveyors.
Okay. So if I'm a developer now, I can get my own surveyor, he'll give me the plan, and then I present to you. Is that correct?
Exactly.
So am I supposed to pay anything for me to get this survey plan approved?
Yes, if it has to do with a private survey, now there are private surveys when it's private land, or maybe government surveys when it has to do with government land. You know, if it's private surveys, definitely there are scale of fees you need to pay to the practicing surveyor you contacted to do the job for you. Then the practicing surveyor will now pay the required fees by the government in order to deposit the red copy, which is the final deposition domiciled in the Ministry of Lands and Survey.
So what if the government is providing their own survey?
Okay, that's when it has to do with government survey. Yeah, when it has to do with government survey, in your allocation paper, then it has to do with government allocations.
Okay.
And in the allocation paper, there are specified fees that one has to pay.
Like how much?
For a plot of land, it has to be 50,000 naira.
Okay.